1, 2, 1, 2. Noose. Noose. Look at that ass. Look at that ass. 1, 2. Noose. 1, 2.
Great. Is that sound check?
Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
Well, the thing is, I mean, if they're getting that wrong, where are they going to put the needle?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Don't put it in my knob. It needs to go in my spine. It's Thursday. Huh?
He said, "Are you ready?" and then took a vape. Just looked up. It is Thursday. Yeah, keep that.
Keep that. Okay, we'll keep that.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
Yeah.
It can mean only one thing. Sign of the twine, boy.
Sign of the twine, mate. Sign of the twine. Do it then.
Twine.
You're gonna, it's good. It's great
Sign
stuff.
of the twine, because you are living in the world of Derek.
Yeah. Well, we don't
Basically.
need to dwell on it, on that
No.
job, but new part-time job, admin assistant at a care home,
Yeah. Well, you
it's
keep
great.
texting me going, yoga ladies in, and then a picture from Derek. So
What you say, I keep texting you. I texted you that once. Like I'm doing it every 20 minutes. No, it's good. But let's not dwell on part-time job because
no,
that's
from
not why
sign
we're
of
here.
the twine to sign of the times.
Mhm.
Good times, good
Right.
gigging times, your good gigs. Yeah? How'd you like that?
Mental. Yeah,
Come
it's
with me
biz-
on that tightrope of chat.
Took a while. No one knew where you were going.
I doubted myself several times.
I was in and out. At first, I thought, "What is he on about?" And I thought, "Well, he's so confident, he's got to go somewhere." And then once again, I thought, "No, he don't know where he's going with this." Do you want to hear about the thing I texted you?
Sure.
What did I text you? I said something like something mad's happened. I'll save it for the pod.
Oh, I think you said... You said...
You're tired again.
I know, yeah, it's fucking mental. It's mental. My life is mental.
Yeah.
It was something like,
Yeah.
just to let you know, Decade will get a great review.
Oh, that's not
But-
even what I'm on about.
Oh.
I'm on about the festival I played. I texted you on Friday.
Oh, that. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because this is something I want to unpack and delve into with you. This is
Well, I normally got something for the pod,
yeah.
or
What did I send you?
got something, but definitely not for the pod. And you can tell which ones I'm more excited for, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Well, those are not drum related often, you know. What did I say? I can't remember what I said. It's not important. So basically, and let's explore this, because there's a lot of avenues to this. So I played a festival on Friday, great gig, and we were on before a Dolly Parton tribute act. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Of course we were. It's a country
Yeah.
festival, you know,
Yeah,
and.
it's Top bill, surely. Top of the bill?
Top of the bill.
Top of the bill.
We were on before. We had a good slot though, 8 p.m., 8 till
Cracking
8:45
slot.
or something.
Yeah.
Brilliant slot, you know. And they were really hyping up the Dolly Parton thing, almost too much, almost to the point where I was saying to the band, like, all right, they're taking the piss now, because they'd be like, "Oh, are you excited for Dolly Parton tribute?" You know. And then it'd be like, and before that, we got the Lainey Wilson experience, and that'll be cool, you know. And
We'll get that out of the way, and then it's Dolly Parton.
It was essentially
Tribute.
that. It was essentially that.
Yeah. There's some
So-
stuff. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then
Yeah.
hold your horses for 45 minutes.
Exactly.
We've got some
Yeah.
special kids coming on.
If you want to get a drink,
and just
yeah, exactly. You can sing Jolene later, but before that, there's a country artist who is nowhere near as well known tribute act for that.
Yeah, go and get some drink, go and get some ribs. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
ribs at all these festivals.
Always ribs, mac and cheese.
Come back at 9 for...
Yeah, for a real show is what they kept kind of saying. So I was already a bit pissed off. I was saying, this is bollock. They kept doing it. They kept being like, "Are we excited for the main act of the night?" Before that, we got Lainey Wilson. Yeah. And so I'll tell you in real time what happened. So we were on stage playing. We have about 2 or 3 songs left. And someone comes on stage, the event organizer, and says, "Just to let you know, the Dolly Parton tribute, bless you, has just pulled out. Like she's stuck in traffic, can't get here. So you guys are going to have to play a bit longer." So we were like, oh, okay. And the thing was, I'm on stage with Tim, Loverboy, on stage with a guy called Chris Hampson and a guy called Milos. Us four are all, we play in function bands every week. So we're fine. We could just, we said, well, let's just do Sweet Home Alabama next,
Of course.
So we boshed that out. And we thought what we'll do, we had about 3 songs left. We'll do that. And then we'll do one from the set, that we were going to do. And then we'll do, I don't know, Wagon Wheel, Country Road, something like that. Just any old country song. By the way, it's worth noting, before we went on stage, so there's 2 people that run this event. One of them was sort of keeping the crowd warmed up by just going into the crowd with a mic and being like, hey guys, how's it all going? And the other person had a guitar and would sing some songs. So before we went on stage, he was like, hey guys, like he said to us, like, I'm just going to keep the crowds going. I'm just going to do some country covers, But he didn't leave the stage. We were like, well, we're meant to be on at 8, and he was still on at 10 to 8. And he did say, like, set up around me for one, But that's a little foreshadowing thing to what happened afterwards. So we were playing. And as I said, we were told Dolly Parton tribute pulled out. So we're playing a few more songs. So we play Sweet Home Alabama. And then we go into, I think we get to our last song. And they say, oh, by the way, the Dolly Parton tribute has turned up. She's made it. So you guys can wrap it up. So we were like, okay, cool. So we wrapped it up, finished the gig, great gig, got off stage. And then they went, oh, no, actually, she's not here. And then this guy with his guitar was like, well, I guess I'll do some songs. And then he gets on stage and starts playing. So me and Chris were like, something fishy is going on here. The fact they said, she's pulled out. Can you tell the audience she's pulled out? So leave it to us to dish the bad news. Then suddenly, oh no, she is here. Wrap it up. So we get off stage. And then suddenly, oh no, she's not here. But I've got a guitar. I'll do some stuff. And Chris went, maybe there never was a Dolly Parton tribute act. And he was like, I've seen it happen. I've seen people put something on a bill and pretend it's there. And so we spoke to one of the sound guys, and he was very sheepish about it. We were like, what's going on? Because we were told she was here, then she wasn't, then she, And he said, oh, I think one organizer thought he booked her, but then he thought the other person booked it. And we were like, it sounds like bollocks because, so basically there's 2 points to this. One, then no one ever books a Dolly Parton tribute, and it was a way to sell tickets, advertising it. We've got this big Dolly Parton thing. And then on the day, everyone's there. They paid their money. They've had a good day out. They're pissed. And then you just go, oh, actually, she's not here. And the other part is
Traffic.
This guy, he said, I don't have much of an ego. I'll just play a few songs before you guys go on. But he clearly did have an ego, And I thought, he's a fraudster for a start. He's a crook. But he's a fucking genius because he might be a guy that can never get a gig anywhere. So what he's done is he's curated this festival and gone, I'll put a headline act on, and then last minute they'll mysteriously cancel. But hey, I've got a guitar. So then he did like an hour set, and he started doing covers, and then he just like country covers. Then he just started doing any old classic covers just to get the it's like doing Wonderwall and shit. And it's like we could do that, It's like it's very hard to get a crowd going with Lainey Wilson songs. But if you're doing fucking Oasis and whatever. So yeah, it was very fishy. But I'll say this, what makes it even more fishy is when we did a gig in Wales with the same guy earlier in the year where I got that brilliant photo, the exact same thing happened. There was meant to be an act on after us. I don't know what tribute it was. And they cancelled last minute, apparently. And then he got up on stage and did a set. And we were watching going, why didn't we just end the set? Why didn't he go on before and then we could close the night? And it was exactly the same thing at this. Like, if he knew from the start that there was never a headline act, but then he would never have told us because then he's rumbled. But yeah,
wow.
So it's a lot.
Lies and corruption in the UK country tribute festival scene. I didn't know it was
yeah.
Didn't know it was a thing. I mean, you seem to be doing a lot of festivals, country music festivals in the UK.
Yeah.
That's mental. Don't know who Lainey Wilson is, but enough people do, and there's enough songs apparently to have a tribute act. Yeah. That's fine. But the absolute lies and corruption of, big artist tribute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come down, pay you 30 quid.
Yeah.
Have some ribs. And
Exactly.
You know, and a cold one. But, oh no.
Yeah, literally.
Traffic. Well, everyone else made it here fine. Different roads. Different roads.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And he left
then they
it
were
to
like,
us
oh,
to do it.
you carry on.
Yeah.
And you four just nail it. And they're going,
That's what it felt like. It felt like he was going, I want some of that. Do you know what I mean? So he's, she is here. You guys can wrap it up. Because we were thinking we could do another half an hour. We could just throw in anything. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. They've just pissed people that want to put night out, and we're a band. And then, he went, actually, I want to close this festival, you know? Fucking mental. So, so there's that. But he's got to get found out at some point because he's done this at least twice. You know, he's done those 2 festivals and both times the headline act's pulled out. So, I can't remember what it's called either. But, you know, it's like, we're on to you, mate. Do you know what I mean? Whoever you are.
yeah.
I probably shouldn't be talking like this if you know, the band's listening, but fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of,
I mean,
what's
you know what I mean?
What's your game?
Panorama didn't get anywhere by being nice.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
They didn't go, well, maybe the kid wanted to be touched. No, they didn't do that. They went, no, hang on a minute. There's a nonce kicking around here.
Yeah.
We need to sort it out.
Exactly. And
that sort of thing.
So that's what happened on Friday. So very interesting. I think it's a mix of he wanted the money and there wasn't ever a Dolly Parton act and he wanted to do a gig, you know? And so it's like if I put on a festival and said Foo Fighters are back and they're headlining and then miraculously they pull out of George Fest, you know? And then I'm like, well, I guess I've yeah, exactly. I was thinking of Ozfest. Anyway, I won't spend any more time on that, but it is interesting. So so that happened on Friday.
Sign of the Twine.
Sign of the Twine. Right. Shall I quickly tell you about Saturday?
Yeah,
and
go on
then.
then.
We can delve into your stuff because that was stressful. That was stressful. So I was in one of Ben's function bands, and already it's quite depth heavy. You know, it's it's Archie, who is the singer for the band, and then 3 depths. I mean, we've all played with each other before, but it's still sort of...
It's one of the strongest depth lineups you're going to get.
Yeah. But still...
Most mileage.
When we've got you or Neil on the gig, you can relax because you know that you guys great at sound, so you're going to be fine. And also it's like you're the managers, so it's like, well, that's there. It's leave it up to them, you know. Archie, you know, I was joking with him before the gig. I said, "Hey, you're the only core member. You're in charge tonight, you know." And I said that, and I did not know what events would follow. So we were sound checking, and Baz was sort of in charge of the sound check in terms of he was doing it from his iPad. And we were going, does it sound all right? I think it sounds right. Yeah, it sounds good, you know? Like we couldn't get certain things as well as Neil or yourself would, you know, like the kick didn't sound great, my little kick, but whatever. It sounded pretty good in the room. And we were like, right, I think we're ready to go, you know? And then Archie gets on the XR app to do his ears or something. No idea what he did, but reset everything to factory settings. So musicians listening, what he did was, I don't even know. I'm not even sure what happened. I'm not fully blaming him, but it was him, you know. And then we got very stressed and went, what do we do? You know, and we're trying to get any signal to come from our instruments into the XR. And we managed to get, like Baz could see his bass on the fader, but it just wasn't sending to the channel. And then the events woman comes in, hi guys, you nearly ready to do the first dance? We're like, no, give us a sec, you know. And then and then through ChatGPT and, you know, things like that, we managed to get it sound checked. And then we had, you know, one of the best gigs ever. And I was like, thank God for that. Because it was like, I think even if it would have been like a mid gig, we'd be like, is it the sound? Is nothing coming out? What is going on? But it was actually brilliant. And the bride and bride's dad and everyone were, you know, chuffed. But yeah, Baz was saying, the bride's dad came up to us and was like, you guys made the night. That was perfect, whatever. And we were like, you have no idea how close it was to us being like, I'm sorry, we are going to have to go home because no one knows what to do. So yeah, sorry about that. You're going to have to reset your XR for Decade. or whatever.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You obviously told me that by text, and I saw Archie the next day, and he was like, "I'm so sorry, I'm so," and I'm like, "You had to deal with it. It wasn't."
Yeah.
You know, you're the ones who had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that thing. I don't know what's happened. I'm gonna dig it out tomorrow and have a look, see what's going on.
Yeah.
But like, I think, you guys' experience with using the more technical side of the XR is, to be fair, a little lacking.
Absolutely.
And I can imagine, in that panic. Do you know what? Neil had an XR mishap the other day, actually.
Hey.
For someone so experienced, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
So we had a gig last Wednesday with Wonder Year, and it was all right. All good. Wednesday wedding. We come back on for the second set of 3. I'm on full electric kit. Elliot's amps in. Anyway, so Neil, we were just getting ready to start, and then Neil was like, his bass amp wasn't working. Like, it was coming through the PA, but it wasn't coming through his amp. So he starts getting a little bit flustered, why is this not working?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're ready. He's like, okay, well, it's coming through the PA. So we're ready to start set 2. And we start with I'll Be There For You, like the Friends tune. And so Neil fades down Spotify, right? And we start playing. Ding, diddle, ding, 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 ding. Gets to the after chorus 1.
Yeah.
And Neil realises when he faded Spotify, he just turned down the whole master. So for the whole intro, verse and chorus, all the crowd could hear was bass amp tapping on the electric kit, no guitar, no keys, and just natural room level vocals. But we could hear it all in our ears. We could hear everything in our ears. And they must have been like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Just nothing. So
how did you find out? Everyone. Did they tell you?
No, Neil just realised, sounds weird, sounds different to set 1. He just turned the wrong fader down. That's all he did.
I had it
just
with
for
Vox.
verse 2, just get it back.
Yeah, I had it with Vox at that venue that got into some trouble in Haylen Island, where Josh Rowe had his wedding. And same thing. Someone came up to us and was like, guys, just to let you know, there's no sound coming out the speakers. So for a whole song, they just heard drums. We're like, oh my God. And we were blaming it on everyone's in that bit and they're not. But no, they were just like, this is shit. The fuck? So thank God someone told us. But yeah. Right, before we started, I said what we were talking about. The thing that caught my attention was Angry Woman in McDonald's.
Yes. The heat must be getting to people. The heat must be getting to people. So I've been doing my current continuing with my demolition at the blacksmiths. Yep. So on Sunday with my partner. Plasterboard, painting, we'll get, cracking on with the job. Of course, lunch, what are you going to do?
Absolutely.
Mackeys, isn't it? Absolute Mackeys. Big fan of the Big Arch.
Yeah, so am I. Do you know what? I had 2
really
Mackeys
good.
over the weekend, which isn't...
Whoa.
Both nights, Friday and Saturday,
So when you said it was a good weekend of gigs, that's the real reason, isn't it?
Yeah, great weekend of food. I know, Friday and Saturday Mackeys, and then Sunday, lots of pizza at the Sunday gig. Anyway, carry on. But I had a Big Arch as well, and a Big Arch and a double cheeseburger. So I've got to shut up. That's a lot, innit? That is a lot. Yeah. Anyway.
Because the Big Arch, to be fair, is big.
It is big. And it's got a lot of sauce.
A lot of sauce. Saucy. It's a messy. It's a biggie.
Yeah.
It's a messy.
You need some napkins.
Solid,
Yeah.
It's got the consistency of the large double quarter pounder of cheese.
Yes.
But the sloppiness of a Big Mac.
Yeah. So and the satisfaction of a Big Tasty, I'd argue.
Yeah, it really is the amalgamation of 3 greats, into one. King, shall we say?
I'd say the King McDonald's burger.
Yeah, I think it's the best limit dish. I keep it forever, please.
Yeah,
keep it forever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or will we get sick of it? I don't know. Do we need it to be cyclical? Anyway,
like the Big Tasty. Carry on.
Of course. So, obviously, go and get a Mackey's, isn't it? Feed the labour force. So drive through, innit? And to start with, years ago, the drive-through just had one lane, but now they've got 2 lanes that just open out 2 windows, and then you go back in. So we pull up behind one.
Yeah.
And you got to play the guessing game. Which one's going to move first? Which one? So we're in one. So there's a few cars ahead of us. It's quite busy, even though it's 3 o'clock. And then all of a sudden, because you got your window down, because you're ordering your food, and it was like the zipper movement of car to car from lane 1, then car from lane 2. Something went on, and I just had a little like this kind of skid, and it was like someone just went. It was a bit of a who goes first, and this little like Toyota Yaris or something went first, but maybe quite fast, and then the woman in the car behind went fucking apeshit.
Wow. Was this in front of you then? Were you watching?
Yeah, this is all in front.
Cool.
Yeah. And she just went mental. I didn't see whether should it have been her car to go first or what, but she was. My partner went, someone's hungry.
Yeah.
And she actually shouted the phrase, "If my husband was in the car, he'd get out and knock you the fuck out."
Wow. Fair play.
Yeah. And you can picture the sort of woman, must have been late 20s. Land Rover. Yeah. Children in the car.
Yeah. Of course.
And she went on for about
was she
5 minutes.
A healthy, slim woman that looked like she goes to the gym a lot?
No, but it looked like there was no weight because of drugs rather than...
Got ya. Because of the smack.
Earrings.
Yeah. Say no. Hair in a ponytail,
she just
like really pulled back.
She just kept shouting out of this car, out of her window. And she even got to the guy from McDonald's, and she started not having a go at him, but telling him about it with anger in her voice.
Yeah. So were you behind her, or did you just hear her that loud?
Yeah, we're then the next car.
You should have pulled up in the front, so got up the curb and over. Yeah.
Someone's hungry.
Yeah. Fuck. Mental, isn't it?
But then
people would just go mad over nothing, like the ice cream man,
Yeah. People went mad over nothing. But
nice.
Anyway.
Well
it's
done.
3 o'clock and you've not fed your kids. Do you know what I mean?
This is it.
Not fed your 6 kids.
Yeah. So that was so how is demo edition going? Because you're moving. Oh wait, hang on. So you're out now. Are you out now?
Well, this is the thing. So my lease technically ended last Friday on the 1st of August.
Right.
But I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done by then. And the landlords they don't give a shit, and not in a good way. Like, oh yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
They just don't care because they're not local. It's a huge, massive public investment fund that pension investment fund that run by this fucking property managers. So their office is either in Bristol or London. I don't even know who to speak to a lot of the time. And I was like, I'm just going to see if they contact me.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going in.
Yeah.
And there is stuff I need to do because I don't want them to take stuff out of my deposit.
No.
Stuff that I could carry on sort of doing. So I do think I'm now in the final week. So like all the structures are gone. I've painted reception. I've painted the majority of the walls. I've just got all the plasterboards down and gone in the skip. So today actually I was like the metal stairs have gone. I got a new skip coming Thursday today to get the final waste out because I'm tackling Insulation Mountain, as we affectionately call it. So I had another skip that I could just put general stuff in. So I put a bit of stuff in that, then I put some stuff in it that was waste from the build at home. And then I was like, right, I just got to get rid of this insulation. So this morning I spent a good few hours filling the other half of the skip with insulation. And it's a bit of the skips are expensive, but insulation is quite big, but it's quite light. So you don't feel like you're getting your money's worth.
No.
So I am literally out there jamming it in with a broom. Just like absolutely squeezing it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much more you can get in.
Yeah, I bet.
You just keep cramming it, and then you're like, well, that took up no space at all.
I've got a question. Do you go floor first or like back wall first to cram it in?
Sorry,
Do
say
you know
that
what I mean?
again. My phone rang.
It's okay. Do you need to get it?
Nah, it's fine.
No. Do you go floor first or back wall first if you're clamming it in?
Well, I had what I did was I created a base layer of
On the floor?
sheets that still had their integrity on the floor,
Yeah.
and then I had some other heavier stuff, which I had just a couple of sheets of plywood, get them on flat, apply some weight, squeeze it down.
Got yeah. You allowed?
Then I had a lot.
You allowed to do that? Mix insulation and wood.
This is mixed waste, general end of life commercial waste. So this one can be mixed, yeah. And if not, it's at the bottom. So
yeah, well they're
going
going
ages to find it.
Yeah,
they'll just chuck it in the sea, probably.
well, this is exactly.
Just crane it out and drop it.
It's like your bins at the old blacksmiths where you had a recycling and a general waste, and they both
The
went in
biggest
the
lie
same
of the
bin.
music industry exposed.
Exactly, it's great. Oh, should I put this in? It doesn't matter. You literally
Don't matter,
that.
mate. It all goes in the same bin. Yeah. So along with your hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
And then I'd create a layer, and then I'd put some more heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Then I focused on one half of the skip, and I built up another layer, and then I jammed in other offcuts and scrap bits, filled all the gaps, and then I had the metal slats from the stairs.
Right.
Get them in, flatten it all again,
Mm.
and I sort of just build up like that. And then I'd build up a layer in the middle because the skip goes like that up to the top, slopes up because it's got lids, and build up to the middle, and then just cram it, get that half filled up, close that side, open the other side, and then jam in, and then use the back doors as a sort of stopper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just build another layer, jab, and just jam it all in, squeeze. And that's the professional way, really.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Sort of doing it, yeah. Squeeze, press, jam, jab. It's classic skip chat. You know what I mean?
Skip chat.
Anyway, so that's
cool.
full.
Yeah.
But progress with the new one. It's motoring on. So one of the rooms has been plastered.
Wow.
So all the boarding got finished last week. Just a little bit more to do in the storage area tomorrow because we just run out of boards. But yeah, plastered been in. So the live room has been plastered. The control room being plastered tomorrow. And then just got to wait for that to dry, which timing-wise works out because then I can't really do anything in there while that's drying. So that gives me a chance to just finish the blacksmiths. But I think I can get the blacksmiths finished by the end of the week, end of the weekend, because I've just got get rid of the insulation. I've got a few more bits of scrap to get rid of. And then I've just got to paint 1.5 walls, paint the bathroom, and then paint the woodwork, the gloss in reception and the toilet. And then that's really kind of all I can do. But the landlord did email me actually today and did say, like, just checking you're out of the unit. Yeah. Well, sort of. So I wrote a very nice reply. But yeah, so progress is strong on both fronts. This is the final. So I'm really now in my head, like, if I can get blacksmiths done by the end of Sunday, then fucking game on. Yeah. And then brilliant. I can really focus on Little Piggy because I've got things like decisions to make with flooring and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's all good.
Have you seen what? Let's give Elliot another shout out. You seen what he's doing with your timber? Because I know he listens.
I know what he's doing, but I haven't seen what he's doing.
It's very good. It's very erotic. I know he listens because last week he messaged me Thursday morning. Yeah,
penis sculptures.
And he was like, "Hey man, thanks for the shout out." So I know he's listening. He's going to make something wonderful with that timber, you know, for a woman at his CrossFit, and it's looking good. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing that.
Several pounds worth of timber he's got himself there. It's not cheap. Timber's not cheap.
It looks like he's doing. It looks like I don't know what it's called, but you know where you put wood together in a, but you don't use nails or whatever. You use like special carving of the wood or whatever. He's doing that. Yeah. So well done, Elliot. You know, we'll keep track.
Yeah. Enjoy the wood. Enjoy the wood. Thank you very much for your help. But But yeah, anyway, Friday, I had my spine injection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You'd have found all about it, but you ditched my barbecue for your weird festival gig. Anyway.
I wanted to ask about the barbecue, but I didn't know whether to ask on here. I didn't know if you were...
It was very nice. It was a very nice time.
I was going to ask you afterwards.
Nice so I didn't know what state I'd be in because of my injection. So I'll just quickly run through because there's one bit in it that still weirds me out. It just weirds me out. Right. So I get to the hospital in Southampton. So I've gone private for this through my insurance. So I get to the hospital in Southampton. 7:30, I've got to be there. Get there at 7:15. Professional, innit?
Yeah. If you're on time, you're late.
Early is on time. On time is late. Yeah, sort of thing.
Yep.
Go in, get escorted up to my room. I had a room with a bathroom. So it's like a hotel of pain. And then nurse comes in, checks my vitals, checks my details. And then she's like, can you get changed into your gown? And I think maybe I can keep my pants and socks on, No, so she holds up to what I can only describe as the smallest pair of pants I've ever seen. And you get like compression socks.
Yeah.
Right? So they're quite tight, but they stretch out. It was like compression pants.
Right.
These tiny little, they look like for a 4-year-old. And I put them on, and obviously when I'm a big boy, they sort of stretch. And it's like, you can just see cock and balls. You can just see offal through the pants. Anyway, anaesthetist comes in.
That really
chats
is
through
awful.
it. My doctor comes in, spinal surgeon, he comes in, chat. So then, nurse comes back in, blah, blah, blah. Then about 9:20, they're like, okay, ready to come down. So I had to put my shoes on, but I'm in my gown with my little tight pants on. Put my dressing gown on. I feel like I'm going to the pool in a hotel. You know what I mean?
That's probably a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Rather than
and I don't
stabbed.
really know what to expect from this all, right? But I don't know if you've seen The Last of Us, but there's a scene in it where you have to go down in a hospital and it's full of infected and there's a rat king and it's horrible.
Yeah.
And we are going through this hospital, going down. Now, granted, there's people who are alive and no rat kings, but just Graham at the end. All right. So go down. So I'm just getting Last of Us vibes, and I'm like, oh my god, like Walking Dead, like in the hospital.
Yeah.
But we go in, and I go into the theatre. I go into this like room before the operating theatre, and I'm sat there. I take my dressing gown off, take my shoes off, and then then it is all go. It is all go. They are not dicking about. 2 nurses come in from the theatre. They've got, because I think the injection's done with the help of X-ray. So they've all got those like X-ray vests on, like the metal vests and all this. And I've got these wristbands on with all my details. And they're both calm. And they check each wrist. They're like, what's your name? What's your blah, 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 date of birth? And I'm like, blah, blah. And then they're like checking what I'm having done. Obviously, they don't want to give me the wrong thing. They don't want to chop my arm off or something.
No.
And then the anaesthetist comes in. And then he puts one of those like cannulas in my hand. And that's the bit I'm most nervous about, really, because I don't like...
What's a cannula?
It's that thing they put in your hand that then they can inject the anaesthetic into or sedatives.
Oh, okay.
So they just put that in. And then he just pumped loads of what I could see was saline. Just pumped me full of that.
You could see it was saline? What do you mean you could see it was saline?
It had it on it had it written on it in quite big letters.
From looking at it.
That's saline, isn't it? Yeah.
I could tell by how it looks.
And then, so they did that. And I'm on this trolley. And then they wheel me in. I can see my surgeon getting ready. There's fucking loads of people. Yeah. And they wheel me up next to the...
What do you mean there's loads of surgeons? Or what?
No, there's like surgeon. There's like, I don't know, there must have been about 8 people in the room.
Wow.
Like,
Were they doing
proper.
Like a demonstration? Were they using you as like for the students?
No, I think just big lad, isn't it? Big lad. Most of them are probably just to get me off the table at the end. 2 of them probably just looking busy to keep the paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe you were an easy job. I'll go and do that job. That one's all right. Yeah.
Anyway, so I had to. They got me level with the operating table, sort of thing, and then I had to just roll over from my trolley to the table onto my front. Right.
8 people watching you do that.
Yeah. That was the bit I was worried. Oh, he stacked it. Yeah. So anyway, I roll over, and then I'm slightly raised in the middle, but let's not think about that. And then,
Well, because of your massive penis.
and then I had to put
Like
my
a big
hands up in
arch.
front.
Sorry. Go on.
The human arch, the big arch. And I had to put my arms out in front of me and turn my head to the side. And they put the oxygen mask on me, right? And then I woke up in another room.
Wow.
It's like, I understand
Yeah.
what happened.
Wow.
You put the sedative in through the cannula. I went to sleep. They did what they needed to do, right? Then they got me off the operating table onto a trolley, wheeled me to recovery, and then I gradually woke up.
Wow.
But it was fucking like instant.
Yeah.
Like, and just that experience. I just haven't had that experience.
No, I was going to ask if you ever had it before.
Maybe when I was
operation.
3, when I broke my elbow.
Yeah.
Since then, nothing that's required being fully sedated. But there was no like, okay, we're gonna put the anaesthetic in now. 10, 9, nothing.
Wow.
I was just lying like that with the face mask on, and they said my name. Someone pronounced it wrong. I said, "Oh, it's actually Winty." Woke up in a different.
Last jab in.
Yeah.
in case you
Well, the
don't
thing
wake
is, I mean,
up.
if they're getting that wrong, where are they going to put the needle? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't put it in my knob. It needs to go in my spine. Like, let's. There's 8 of you here. I don't know what you do. You've got 2 computers. I don't even know what you're using it for. But it was mental. It was honestly just woke up in a different room. And I wouldn't have liked to have been the people who had to get me off the table onto the trolley. So I mean, I mean, what must have I looked like? Because I had like a stained back from the iodine, you know, where they rub that stuff in these tiny white stretchy pants. You could just see. You could see the full bookshop. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then they just flopped me onto a fucking trolley. And it must have been an absolute sack of potatoes.
Jesus.
And then I just wake up and I'm like, I'm in a different room. Yeah, you're in recovery. Great.
Wow.
And so obviously had the injection, but they also inject the lower back with local anaesthetic, which helps the steroid get to do what it needs to do. And so for the majority of the day, like they came and checked me. I got taken back up to my room. They came and checked me a few times, blood pressure, that sort of thing. Then I had an incredible nap for about an hour.
What, at the hospital?
Yeah, just in the room, in my room, watching Tipping Point.
Nice.
So, but they gave me I had a nice lunch, ham and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, I saw
apple juice.
Yeah.
2 bags of crisps.
Yeah. Well, you've gone private, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I got private. Big lad. Yeah. Only 2 of these. There's not many in the pack. And then it got to like 12:30 and they were like, you can go if you want. Cool.
Brilliant.
So I got dressed, off we went. But I could walk fine. Like, I didn't really feel like I'd had a needle in my spine or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever they did. But the local anaesthetic lasted for quite a while. So my first experience of taking a piss was with a numb dick.
Wow.
So I just couldn't feel my cock or balls.
No.
Like, I could feel my hand touching them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I could sort of feel the piss coming out. I was like, I can't feel my balls.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Do you
and I just had a numb...
Because balls are quite sensitive. If there's any women listening, you know, balls can be quite sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, you could have smacked him with a hammer, mate.
Really? That was almost where, we should have, I mean, I didn't come to your barbecue, but we could have got some great content, you know, kicked you in the bollocks and then been like, you know, new episodes every Thursday or something. Did they say anything like you can't drink afterwards, or is there any like rules?
Yeah, couldn't drink.
That's a shame. Well, you're not much of a drinker.
So I just got home and I rested while my partner prepared an absolute delightful...
You planned that well, yeah. The same
selection
day. Oh no, I can't help.
Yeah. I'll just watch The Dark Knight Rises. It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. How's the coleslaw coming on?
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
What was the spread? What did I miss?
Lamb koftas.
Wow.
Chicken. Coleslaw. Like a salad, lovely salad, potato salad.
That's a classic barbecue.
Ryan brought a
broccoli.
He'd made.
Yeah.
a Malteser tiffin, because I love Maltesers.
Right. What's the tiffin?
Fucking brilliant. Some sort of thing. I don't know. I
Cool.
don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't even know what a tiramisu is. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I don't like it. Coffee.
Did you know tiramisu is the only, or maybe I don't know if this is true. My mum said it, where it's like it's the only food to contain booze, sugar, and caffeine or something. Do you know what I mean? It's got the triple
threat.
triple threat. You know, all your favorite things. Oh, I love coffee. I love booze. Love chocolate. Love cream. Put them all in one. You know, why not?
Yeah.
And then have it after an Italian dinner. Well, that's great. I'm glad it went well.
Yeah, so they said it might take a couple of days for the sort of steroid to kick in, and I remember from our initial sort of consultation, he said like it's not gonna like heal you. You know, it might do. It's a bit hit and miss.
So what was it? What were they doing? I thought because
I had a
this
caudal.
one, and then there was another one or something.
I had a caudal epidural.
Right.
Which is what they sometimes give pregnant women when they're having their baby. But this is like a steroid, I think, which will just help calm the broken discs.
Right.
And so he kind of said, like, on a general pain thing, it was like, generally, I always have discomfort, just all the time. But then I have these episodes of trauma where one of my discs, I have like an annular tear, which then hits my like nervous system, and that's what gives me the extreme pain and things like that. So he said what this might do is, whilst you still have discomfort, it will stop you having those episodes where you have the extreme pain. And the only way I can describe it, like I still have kind of, you don't want to be like, I definitely feel better moving, but there's an element of like, I still have discomfort, but I think it's hard to know, well, is that from the injection or is that normal? Yeah. But I think what I need to do is continue to lose weight and then focus on rebuilding like the muscles and my core, which is something you can't do when you have the extreme pain. So it's like it's a stepping stone. But I always had this feeling of like, the only way I could describe it is like an elastic band that was being stretched and starting to fray. And you know, you could like feel it's kind of gonna snap. I just feel like that's kind of gone. That tension is gone. But still a bit of discomfort. But hopefully we'll see. And maybe I'll have a top up before Vegas. See how we get on.
Brilliant.
But yeah, I was so weirded out by the anaesthetic. It's just like, fuck. You know, who knows what they did to me. You know, he could have put some Lego up my bum. Don't know. I like to think he did the injection, kissed his hand, gave me a slap on the arse and went, go and do your gigs. Go on, boy.
Fantastic. Yeah. Right.
But yeah,
I apologise because my internet kept cutting out, in and out. I don't know if but it seemed to, every time it came back on, you were just finishing what you were saying. And I went, I think I'm getting away with this. And then it ended with, I didn't hear anything you said. And then it came back in and he went, slap on the ass, get on with your gigs, you know? So I'll take that. I'll be honest, I didn't hear anything you said for 2 minutes, but I'll hear it all.
You'll hear it all.
You'll hear it all.
And
he's still talking. I can't hear a thing. My Bluetooth kept cutting out. My internet's unstable. Pay all that money for fucking fibre. Anyway, right. I'll listen on Thursday to everything you just said. Cool. Well, great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, let's get out of here. But, yeah, get in touch. drummandrummerpod@gmail.com, Instagram, Drum and Drummer Podcast, Little Piggy Studios as well. Go and follow the build. I'm going to put some more updates on there. But let us know, what is your favourite? What's your McDonald's order? What you want? What's your favourite? Is it a limited edition thing? Is it something on the normal menu? I'll tell you what we did have as well. Spicy chicken nuggets.
Surprisingly
hot. Quite hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think good.
Good, but harder to eat a box of 20.
Why? Because they're spicy. Yeah.
Yeah, the normal ones you can just absolutely fly through them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to weigh up taste and greed.
You do in life, yeah. See you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Sign of the Twine, boy.
Sign of the Twine. Sign of the Twine, boy. See you next week. Sign of the Twine. Noose.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.